Hey everyone, in this video we'll talk about the point slope formula. And first thing we'll do is go ahead and graph an equation. So let's say we had this equation y equals a third x plus 2. So let's go ahead and draw our x and y axes. So our y-axis from top to bottom and our x-axis from left to right. Let's make it as straight as possible. And let's go ahead and label it with our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. And going up is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 up here. Going down is -1, -2, -3, -4. And we'll extend this a little more so we could fit the other numbers. So we'll just go to -5, and I think that's all we'll need. We might need a -6 as well. Let me go ahead and draw that. So we'll extend this a little more, and our -6 will be right there. Excellent. So let's go ahead and start graphing this. So we already have this equation right here in y equals mx plus b format. So that's good for us, and that makes it a lot easier for us to graph. So we start with our b term right here, and our b term is this positive 2. So what that means is we are going to graph, or we're going to plot the point 0, 2. So 0, b is what you always start with. On the y-axis, we are going to start at 2. And that is 0, 2. Good. So now we take a look at our m term. So m is our slope, and our slope is 1 over 3, 1/3. So our slope is 1 over 3, and it's already in fractional form, and our slope represents our rise over run. So our rise, taking a look at the fraction, is 1, and our run is 3. So let's go ahead and start at 0, 2, the blue point right here. And we're going to rise 1, so 1. And we are going to run 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. And we'll plot that point, and that is 3, 3. And let's do it again. Going to rise 1 up here, and we are going to run 3. 1, 2, 3, right here. So rise 1 and run 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That is 6, 4. And let's start back at our original point, 0, 2, the point we started this with, and let's go ahead and go in reverse so that we can draw the rest of this line, the rest of this equation. So we're at 0, 2, and instead of going up 1 and right 3, we're going to go down 1 and left 3. So down 1 and then left 3. 1, 2, 3. Right here, this is -3, 1. And we are going to do it again. Down 1 and left 3. 1, 2, 3. Right here. And that is 0, -6, 0. Let me just, I'll write it over here. So this is -6, 0. This blue point. Good. So let's go ahead and connect all these blue points together with a line. So let's make it as straight as possible. We'll connect this, that. There we go. We've connected all these points, and we've successfully graphed our equation y equals 1/3 x plus 2. So this orange line we graphed is that equation of y equals 1/3 x plus 2. Good. So let's go ahead and let's say we looked at this equation right here, and let me go ahead and erase everything else. So let's erase the equation that we started with. So let's erase all this. And let's actually say we were given a problem. We were given this graph, and they drew this orange line here. And they asked us to find the equation of this graph. So are we able to do it? And the answer is yes, we're able to do it. And that's how we'll apply this point slope formula. So the point slope formula is how we're going to be able to find the equation. Okay, so the point slope formula, it goes like this. It goes y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1 in parentheses. So this is the point slope formula. And let me write it down. This is the point slope formula. And this is how you're going to find the equation of this line that's drawn here. And what you're going to need, as you can see right here, you just need two things. You just need the slope, so that's m, so you need the slope. And you also need just one pair, or one ordered pair that's on the line. So you need an x1 and you need a y1. So once you have the slope, and you have an ordered pair, x1 and y1, so any point on this line, then you are able to find out what the equation of this line is that's graphed here. So, okay, let's go ahead and start with the slope. How do we know the slope? So the slope, let me actually write its formula. So the slope goes y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so this is the formula for how to find a slope. So if you have any 2 points, if we have any 2 points at all, if we have x1 comma y1, and if we have x2 comma y2, we are able to find this slope right here. All we have to do is subtract both y's and divide it by the difference of the x's. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so let's find the slope of this graph right here. All right, so let's go ahead and just pick any 2 points. It doesn't matter which 2 points you pick, because the slope will be the same throughout all of them. So let's go ahead and just pick any 2 points. So for example, we'll pick this one, and we can pick this one. So we'll pick 0, 2, and 3, 3. Let's go ahead and write them down. So we have 0, 2, and we have 3, 3. Okay, so as you can see right here, our 0 corresponds to x1, our 2 corresponds to y1, our 3 corresponds to x2, and this other 3 corresponds to y2. Good, so we've picked these 2 points, 0, 2, and 3, 3. And let's go ahead and use this slope formula right here to find the slope. So we are going to write m equals, and again, it's just this entire thing. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's go ahead and start substituting. What is our y2? Our y2 is this blue underline right here. It's 3. So 3. Let me go ahead and just write it like this, 3. Good, so what is our y1? Our y1 is this orange right here, it's 2. So let's go ahead and write down 2. Okay, and what is our x2? Our x2 is this green underline right here, 3. So let's go ahead and write 3. And what is our x1? Our x1 is this first one right here, it's 0. So 0. So let's go ahead and evaluate this. So what's 3 minus 2? That is 1. Over, and what's 3 minus 0? That's 3. So our slope is 1/3. Our m equals 1/3. Good. So we found the m, and let's go back to the point slope formula up here. So let me go ahead and rewrite it just down here. Let's rewrite it over here. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Our point slope formula. Point slope formula right here. Let's just go ahead and divide this. Okay, so our point slope formula, we found our m. Our m is 1/3. So that's where we're going to plug for this m right here. Let's go ahead and rewrite this. So y minus y1 equals m, which is 1/3. So let me just make that a different color. That is 1/3 times x minus x1. Good, so let's go ahead and find our x1 and y1 values. So what is our x1 and our y1? So our x1 and y1, as you can see from here, in right here, x1, y1, our x1 is 2, or apologies, our x1 is 0 in the red underline, and our y1 is 2. So let's go ahead and plug these in. So our x1 right here is the 0, and our y1 is the 2. So let's go ahead and plug it in. Y minus, and then y1, we're going to substitute that for 2, equals 1/3 is our slope, so 1/3, and then times x minus, and what is our x1? That is 0. So that is 0. Good, so let's go ahead and keep evaluating. So let's scroll down. Y minus 2, so let's just rewrite that. Y minus 2. And we can go ahead and actually distribute this 1/3 into here, into this, into each of these terms inside the parentheses. So 1/3 times x, that is 1/3 x, plus 1/3 times -0 times -0, which 1/3 times 0 is just 0. So that cancels out. We can go ahead and just erase that. We're just left with this 1/3 x. And let's keep solving for y. So we have y minus 2 equals 1/3 x. Let's go ahead and add 2 to both sides. So add 2, add 2. We have y equals 1/3 x plus 2. And that is the equation to this graph up here. Y equals 1/3 x plus 2. It is the equation to this orange line, this orange equation that we graphed earlier. And we can confirm that because that is exactly what we started with. We started with y equals 1/3 x plus 2. And now we found the equation just by looking at the graph and taking 2 points. And that is how the point slope formula works. All you need is any 2 points on a line. And in this case, we took 0, 2 and 3, 3. If you take any 2 points on this line, you will find the equation of this graph. And that is how the point slope formula is used. So I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. And please let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. Thank you.